As the world mourns Pope Francis, history's most secretive transfer of power begins. White smoke, the path to a new pope, guides you through this momentous transition. We explain exactly what happens next, leading to the dramatic conclave vote. Learn how each ritual unfolds, what each tradition means, and why these ancient ceremonies still matter today. Follow along as the throne of St. Peter stands empty and a new chapter in church history begins. White Smoke, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you know what a group of flamingos is called? That's just one of thousands of facts you'll discover on 5 daily trivia questions. Hi, I'm Mark Ellison. Join me every weekday for 5 mind-expanding questions about everything from ancient history to modern technology. Perfect for impressing friends or dominating your next pub quiz. 5 daily trivia questions. And the answer, a group of flamingos, is called a flamboyance. 5 daily trivia questions.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Well, good news for a boat that needed to be rescued. They were in the English Channel, and they called in an emergency call to Dover. The problem is the call went to Dover, Delaware, not Dover, England. Police dispatchers in Delaware are being lauded for helping direct rescuers to a boat foundering in the English Channel. Dover, Delaware received a call from an Albanian man who thought he was calling Dover, England. His boat was sinking. Again, you know how the show works. I'm not going to tell you at the end like this went sideways and the man drowned. That's not how the show works. The man on the boat did an internet search for Dover Police Department, called the first one on the screen. Delaware realized trying to tell the guy, no, it's not us, call England. Communications operator Mackenzie Atkinson kept the man on the line and took some critical information. The man gave the coordinates of the vessel. Meanwhile, communications officer Connor Logan began making international notifications. Within 4 minutes, he established contact with several agencies, including the U.S. Coast Guard, the French Coast Guard, His Majesty's Coast Guard in England, and the United Kingdom's Maritime and Coast Guard Agencies Coordination Center, as well as police stations in Dover, England. 15 minutes and 48 seconds after the initial call, rescuers were on the way to the vessel. Everybody on board was safely returned to Dover, England. Oh, let's stay on the seas for a minute. A group of divers from Poland has stumbled upon a 19th century shipwreck loaded to the brim with crates of champagne. Tomas is the group leader and said in his 40 years of diving, it often found wrecks with a bottle or two, but crates of champagne was a first. Sweden's regional authorities have been notified so they can begin planning the excavation. Having a lot of fun with the Ig Nobel Prize this week. Keep this one in your back pocket. This could come in handy. 50 researchers flipped 350,757 coins to test a hypothesis. The hypothesis by a former magician and professor of statistics suggested tossed coins are slightly more likely to land the same way up as they started. The work supports the prediction, so, next time you call heads, you might want to make sure you have the heads face up. Here's another Guinness World Record. A professional stunt driver went bungee diving inside a car. Laurent is a professional stuntman and race car driver. His car was attached to 8 bungee cords dropped from a crane at a height of 213 feet and 3 inches, meeting the exact goal set by Guinness World Records to originate the title of highest car bungee jump. This was organized by the marketing director of Nissan, who said the stunt seemed like a logical next step after various TV commercials featured the particular model of Nissan engaging in extreme sports like skateboarding and paintball. White Smoke. The path to a new pope explores humanity's most elaborate and secretive transfer of power, a process now unfolding following the death of Pope Francis. This series reveals the hidden rituals, ancient traditions, and behind-the-scenes drama of papal transition. As the Catholic world enters this solemn period of mourning and anticipation, join us in witnessing how the Church has perfected this sacred process over 2,000 years, and what happens in these crucial days when the throne of St. Peter stands empty. White Smoke brings listeners inside the conclave that will determine who will succeed Pope Francis and lead the Church into its next chapter. White Smoke, wherever you get your podcasts.
You can get this podcast completely ad-free right now. If you're on Apple, just click the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening, and you'll get your first month free. If you use Spotify or other podcast players, go to caloroga.com/plus. It's just $5 a month, and you'll get access to over 20 premium shows with no interruptions. Binge listen to new series like the political thriller Acting President, Signal Lost, where military secrets land on the wrong phone, and Pager Protocol, the thriller about exploding pagers in the wrong hands. Plus, enjoy daily shows like Palace Intrigue about the royal family, daily comedy news, and 5 daily trivia questions to test your knowledge, and White Smoke, taking you behind the scenes at what's happening right now at the Vatican. You also get all our hot shows like 5 good news stories. Enjoy your favorite content without any ad breaks. Remember, Apple users click the uninterrupted listening banner for your free first month, and everyone else head to caloroga.com/plus. Get ad-free listening today.
Good news, we figured out who cut off the electricity. It was a bull with an itchy butt. Yeah, it was between 10 and 11 p.m. on Thursday when Ron the bull decided to scratch himself up against a pole. The transformer fell. It missed Ron, who would have been shocked by 11,000 volts. That would have been bad. Unfortunately, 3 nearby villages were left without electricity. A local said, "We got up around 6 a.m. We saw a big generator sitting at the bottom of our road, all linked up to the poles. We thought that was a bit strange. We went to feed our cows, and my husband noticed the transformer box had been knocked off the pole. We put 2 and 2 together and realized the bull had been scratching against the pole and had knocked the box off the pole. All the wires were down in the field as well. The bull looked a little bit stunned, but I don't think he really knew what had happened during the night." The woman explained, "The bulls are always itchy when they go out." Ron weighs over a ton, so he's been rubbing and pushing against this pole and knocked it off. We've seen them shake the wires when they do it, but for the box to come off, well, that's new. Ron spent the rest of the day relaxing in the field, and those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy this program, tell a friend about it. They might like it too. If you would like the show without commercial interruption, there's a link in the show notes that'll tell you how to do that. And please check out our sister podcast, 5 Minutes of Gratitude. Number 5 Minutes of Gratitude. You have an awesome day.